Hello and welcome to Warcraft Daily for today, the 31st of October 2013. So, the end of October, and that also means that it's soon to be the end of the Halloween event in World of Warcraft, and the Day of the Dead will begin tomorrow. So there's just two little in-game events that you should probably know about. Now, as for today's show itself, well, the first thing they're going to have is our Hearthstone beta key giveaway. I teased this yesterday, maybe a day before. I think it was via a video. It might have been via Twitter, one of the two. So there's that, which is going to go on, and then also just one or two tweets. Now, I did have a look at all the different news sites and all the different forum posts, and really the most interesting one was someone saying, OMG, fire Tom Chilton, everyone else saying, oh yes, execute Chilton, and of course, hopefully they all got banned from the forums, because most of them were being a bunch of douches about it. But anyway, the actual thing that you're interested in the most, Hearthstone. So, this is a very fun game. I'm sure you've seen me play it a few times on the channel. I know I'm not really posting many gameplays of it, but I do still very much enjoy the game. It's great. Just chill out 10-15 minutes of, just for time. So, for the actual giveaway itself, it's going to be on this video. And what you need to do is you need to be subscribed to the channel, obviously. You also need to, like the video, do that, and then you should leave a comment in the thing. The reason that I'm doing the comment, it's not completely whoring out my SEO, it's just so that I can have something which I can get a random number generator and generate a random number and then choose that comment for the winner. This is going to be 100% randomized, so you know what, I may as well actually, and probably just for the sake of remaining completely unbiased, I'm not going to read any of the posts, I'll read them after I do the draw, but before the draw, I'm not reading any posts just to keep myself really unbiased, so it's a fair competition. And you have until Sunday, midnight, GMT to do that, to enter. And that's when I'll do the draw, and it'll work out with your YouTube inbox. So what you want to do is just be sure to check that. After I send the personal message to someone over YouTube, you have 1 day to respond. If you don't respond within 1 day to me, then I'll just give the key out to someone else, because I don't want to give the key to an account where nobody's on. So there's that. Hearthstone is very fun. The beta in terms of payment models, stuff like that's quite fair. I haven't found it to be that pay to win. I've not even spent, other than the card opening I did in the channel, I haven't spent any money, and honestly none of those cards have been particularly useful anyway. So yeah, there's that. Now the other thing, the sort of half-slight general news-ish stuff, is just two random tweets from Ghostcrawler. As I said, I looked in the forums, there was nothing. I looked for the news, there was nothing. The only actual things that are happening in-game is Day of the Dead tomorrow and Hallow's End ending tomorrow. So if you want to get any of your final Headless Horseman attempts in, this is the time to do it. So, the first one was actually a really interesting poll from MMO Champion about tanks. And it was just relayed to Ghostcrawler, who said that, yeah, the poll effect reflects the broader trend for non-fan site visiting tanks, as well as the people that took the poll. So basically he's saying that this is representative of the tank, the tank player base. Now, what was the question? Well, it had 500 responses, and it was, why don't you tank in Siege of Orgrimmar LFR? And the biggest response was, tanks get too much abuse. Right up there you have things like, I'd rather do normals, I don't need anything for LFR, I don't want the responsibility. The two biggest kind of ones for the LFR wanting to do people were, I don't want the responsibility and tanks get too much abuse. They go hand in hand, and it's really a giant problem at the minute where so many people can just go OMG noob tank, and because of the vote kick system, you're gone. And you've just wasted 40 minutes, well, not 40 minutes because of your tanks, you've wasted, say, a few minutes for your queue, you've wasted all the time you put in, and you've got absolutely nothing but a bad gameplay experience out of it. That is absolutely awful. That's just shit. There's no way getting around it. So, yeah, as Ghostcrawler said, it's a broad tank problem at the minute. And the thing is, how do they fix this? Well, I think one issue at the minute, right? LFR is, in a way, designed so the communication is not paramount and it's not particularly needed. And that is, in a way, it needs to be, because you can't force communication and then give players no good tools for it. Text isn't that great. Most raiding is designed for, voice comms, and that's just not happening, and the in-game voice chat's awful. So, I think that the problem right now is that you have some mechanics like tank swaps and stuff, which tanks should understand. Honestly, I think that when you hit 5 or 6 stacks of a tank debuff and say that's when you're supposed to drop it off, maybe the game should do something to poke the other tank or try to get a little bit of dialogue going there. And I know that is kind of spoon-feeding them a little bit, but I think it more fits in with the LFR philosophy that they've been going down the route of. Now, I actually do have, I think with LFR, right, And this would be a bit of an interesting idea if you could perhaps sign yourself up as a, what would it be? Not like a mentor, but you know, a leader, I guess. And maybe the leader can get like a voice chat thing, but no, actually, that could be so easily abused. It's just so hard. The thing with LFR is there's no ownership over the raid, and that means that it just falls apart and there's no one to hold things together, and everyone just gets blamed and cursed at, and this tank problem is just exacerbated for tanks. The way healing works in LFR, it's dead simple anyway. There's not really enough damage going out for it to be scary, so really the only people with responsibility are the tanks, and when the tanks get abused, then they drop out, the LFR queue is sitting there for 20 minutes waiting, and it's a load of bullshit. So how to fix this? No bloody idea. If you do have some sort of cunning plan, do tell me, and also tell Blizzard, because damn it, they need to know. It's too much of a problem at the minute. And the next thing is that Ghostcrawler said that overall they're quite happy with healing, but that they think absorbs and smart heals were too much of a role in the expansion. However, that's mainly a tuning problem and not really a cause for redesign. So, yeah, I mean, I don't play a healer, but it definitely seems like there was a little bit of an issue where some of the heals were basically doing the work themselves. That doesn't really seem like the best way to do things. Maybe it takes some of the decision-making and stuff like that a lot of healers found to be a source of interest and good gameplay. Perhaps it took that out of the game too much. I can't really say because I don't heal, but hell, if you are a healer, do you think this has happened to you? Let me know. Anyway, that's it for today's show. Please like, comment, the usual crap. Last reminder, Hearthstone thing, leave a comment, and that's you in. You have to be subscribed. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.